Hi guys, it's Andrew of AKS here with your monthly property market update for DE23. We do this every month. Hopefully you know the drill by now. We're looking at the month just gone and comparing that with the same period 12 months previous against the 4 key metrics to let you know exactly what's going on in your local market. This is obviously particularly interesting because we've had a lockdown for the whole of January. Whilst property can continue with safety measures in place, inevitably that is going to have an impact in terms of people wanting to go out and view properties, or indeed people wanting to sell theirs. So we're starting off looking at how many sales were agreed. 13% more sales agreed during January compared to the year before. I think, when you consider lockdown, that's incredibly positive. And I think the other thing as well is that probably a lot of us felt that the stamp duty holiday was a big driver towards people wanting to buy. Probably what we're seeing now is at this point we know properties that are agreed now, at the time of recording this anyway, the stamp duty holiday ends at the end of March. So realistically, anything agreed now is extremely unlikely that it would complete before the end of March. This is probably the first month that we've got a clear look at, without the incentive being there, what's the demand like? And obviously the demand there is extremely healthy. For me, we're all spending a lot more time at home. So if there's anything about your home that doesn't quite work for you, you're going to notice it 10 times more now than you would have previous. And I think that's what's driving a lot of demand. If people are going to be working from home an awful lot more in the future, maybe you need more space, maybe it means you can afford to be more flexible in terms of your location if you've not got the commute. So there's a lot of different sort of influencing factors that come together, and definitely you're seeing that's driving demand from buyers. In terms of new properties coming on the market, 27% less. Definitely something we've noticed here. There has been less people wanting to get their properties valued, less people actually looking to come onto the market, and I put a lot of that down to lockdown really. Inevitably that is going to make people pause and think, unless there's a reason that you need to do it now. For a lot of people they've held off. You put those two stats together and it's obviously no surprise that there's less available properties. So we've got 17% less properties available on the market compared to 12 months previous. In terms of the number of people that reduced the price, pretty negligible, but there's 2% less people making price reductions compared to the year before. My big takeaway from this is we've got less new properties coming on, far less properties available, and yet buyer demand's extremely strong. We've still got more sales getting agreed. So when you consider that, and again, I'm an estate agent, so people are going to expect us to say it, but goodness me, what an opportunity to get a really good price on your property, because there's less competition there and buyer demand's extremely high. And we've seen there's been a few properties that have been sales agreed on recently that have maybe been on the market for longer than what you'd normally expect, that have struggled a little bit, but now everything's selling, and people are getting some really good prices as well. So if you're thinking of selling, if you're considering it, look, the timing could be really good in terms of what other properties you're competing against. And absolutely, there is a way that you can do that extremely safely. And it starts with virtual tours and really qualifying the buyers that you bring in. The idea is we don't want to bring 20 people into your property. We want to bring 5 or 6 and know that we're going to get strong offers from those buyers, rather than bringing lots of people in, which obviously the risk factors significantly increase when you do that. So thanks so much for watching, and look forward to updating you next month. If we can help you in the meantime, just send us a message.